all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. Over the next few minutes, we'll tell you everything that you need to know at the start of your day. I'm Alex Matthew, and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint. Today is the 19th of March. The spread of the novel coronavirus globally is getting worse. Europe surpassed China in the number of confirmed coronavirus cases and deaths yesterday as Italy reported its deadliest day. It now has a total of more than 85,000 infections with just under 4,000 deaths. Italy's death count alone is just under 3,000. Yesterday, the country reported 475 deaths from the virus. Meanwhile, China has given its approval to start human trials of a vaccine against the virus at the epicenter, Wuhan. The vaccine is being co-developed by Hong Kong-listed CanSino Biologics and China's Academy of Military Medical Sciences. In the US, the New York Stock Exchange will close its trading floors and go fully electronic as New York Governor Andrew Cuomo mandated that non-essential businesses have no more than half their workforce at office. Global oil prices have gone into meltdown, with Saudi Arabia showing no signs of stopping its price war with Russia. Futures are now at the lowest level in almost 2 decades as prices fell below $25 to a barrel yesterday for the first time since 2003 in London. The kingdom has promised to keep producing at a record high over the coming months. In international equity markets, US markets slumped further during the session yesterday. The S&P 500 fell as much as 9.8% before a late session bounce reduced the decline to 5.2%. After markets closed, the Senate cleared a second major bill responding to the coronavirus pandemic, and White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow said the government might take an equity position as part of an aid package. Back home, the number of cases rose to 151, with new cases in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Ladakh, Kerala and Maharashtra. West Bengal saw its first case of the virus. Of the total, 3 people have died and 14 have been either cured or discharged. Bloomberg has reported that the government in India is considering offering easier loan repayment terms and tax breaks for small and medium-sized companies to help them weather the economic slowdown that the outbreak of the coronavirus has caused. The Reserve Bank of India has once again stepped in with interventions targeted at ensuring the smooth functioning of local money markets. The central bank yesterday said that it will buy 10,000 crore rupees in government bonds under the Open Market Operations Program to cool off bond yields which had started to rise. As of yesterday, the 10-year benchmark government bond ended at 6.3%. In corporate news, Madhu Kapoor, a member of the family that co-founded Yes Bank, sold shares of the bank worth 161 crore rupees yesterday in bulk deals. She sold at a price of 65.07 rupees per share, which is a nearly 6% premium to yesterday's closing price. Her holding in the bank has now fallen to 1.18% from 1.38%. After the sale, she will have to place nearly 13 crore shares of her holding under lock-in for 3 years, which means that she has the option to sell another 1.84 crore shares. The Indian government has given an in-principle approval to allow board meetings meant to approve a company's financial statements to be held via video conferencing. Now, board meetings on or before the 30th of June to approve financial statements, the board's report and other documents can be held without a physical quorum. And with that, it's over to Agam Vakil for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Agam. Lots of pressure in global equity markets. How are we looking at the start of trade today?
Good morning, Alex, and good morning, listeners. Well, we did see more pressure yesterday in the US markets, and we are likely to see an impact on our own opening as well. But we're all hopeful for a little bit of recovery. Now let's move on to stocks, and we have Yes Bank right at the top, where we understand Madhu Kapoor, member of the family that co-founded Yes Bank, has sold shares worth 161 crores in the beleaguered private lender. The stock was sold in a bulk deal at 65 rupees per share, bringing her holding in the bank to 1.18% from 1.38%. As Yes Bank comes out of moratorium, it's announced that its branch operations will be open 1 hour earlier at 8:30 hours from March 19th till 21st. Now, the aviation sector is facing challenges as well. We have Indigo as well as Vistara, which have grounded jets as virus cases pick up in India. On March 17th, Go Air had already announced cancellations of its international flights. Motherson Sumi has stated in a conference call that customers in Germany and Spain have been affected as there are shutdowns. Europe is impacted, but there is no demand reduction seen, and US plants are running normally. Out of the company's 27 manufacturing facilities in China, only one is not currently working, while the rest have about 70 to 80% attendance. Indian operations are running smoothly, according to the management of Motherson Sumi, and the company wants to conserve cash and not consider a buyback at this point in time. Moving on to Equitas Holdings, they have delayed the IPO of Equitas Small Finance Bank since the markets are volatile, and according to them, it's not an opportune moment to get listed, as stated in the company's conference call. Ashok Leyland is also in focus as the board has approved the proposal to acquire up to an additional 19% stake in its NBFC arm Hinduja Leyland Finance for 1,200 crores. And finally, we have Tata Communications in focus. Tata Group Chairman N. Chandrasekaran has purchased 1 lakh shares and at an average price of 249 rupees a share on March 16th. Now, these are just some of the stocks that we can watch out for as we move into trade today. But don't forget to go through our morning edition of All You Need to Know only on BloombergQuint.com.
Thanks, Agam. And as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a good day and do stay safe.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.